Good evening, class. Today's topic is gravitation. First of all, we have to discuss about the difference between the gravitation and the gravity. Basically, the gravitation means the force, that is the force of attraction between the two bodies in the universe. In this universe, there are so many celestial bodies. There are so many bodies in this universe. So there must be the force of attraction. Suppose if I'm giving you the example, Earth and Sun. Both are the heavenly bodies and they have their force of attraction. They maintain their equilibrium position. Okay, Earth is not. Earth is never changing its position. Sun is never changing its position. So basically, their forces between them are balanced. So basically, which forces are acting between the sun and the earth? Sun and the earth having the force of gravitation, which is always an attraction force. The force of gravitation is never a repulsive force. It is always an attraction force. So basically, force of gravitation means gravitation, that is the force of attraction between the two bodies in the universe. So if I'm explaining, just suppose there is a mass m1 and there is a mass m2, and if you have the force of gravitation, that is the force of attraction, that is equal to force of attraction between the two bodies is directly proportional to the product of their masses, and force is also directly proportional to the 1 by r square. We can say force is directly proportional to 1 by r square, or we can say force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance. So basically, this law is called the inverse square law. Inverse square law. So in that case, this inverse square law is applicable in case of magnetic force, in case of electrostatic force. Understood? This inverse square law is applicable in the electrostatic force when the two charged objects are placed at a distance of r. Then the force is directly proportional to the product of their charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance. And as well as if you have seen two magnets. Okay, the two magnets are attracting each other, so that's why they are also following the inverse square law. Just suppose if there are two magnets like this one. Okay, if I'm placing that, so there will be the movement of the movement of this magnet is responsible for the movement of another magnet. So basically, there is the force of what? Repulsion. So if I'm keeping this pen, or if I'm keeping this magnet close to me, and if there is a magnet, just suppose that magnet is in the another room. Okay, is that the same force of repulsion acting between them? What happened? The force is reduced, the force is decreased as you have increased the distance between the two magnets. Okay, so basically this is also, that is the gravitation. If you are increasing the distance between the two masses, then you will feel the less force. Understood? So if you are increasing this one, then the force becomes, and the force is also decreasing. The force is also decreasing. And if you are the product of the masses is increases, that's why the force is also increases. So basically, the force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance, and force is directly proportional to the product of their masses. And if you are combining these two equations, then it will be equal to force is directly proportional to m1 m2 by r square, and this directly proportional constant will be removed, and there will be a constant, that is your g. Okay, g is called the gravitation constant. G is called gravitation constant. Okay, g is your proportional constant, and proportional constant, because if you are removing any proportional sign, then there must be a constant. So this is called proportional constant, and this is also called gravitation constant. This is called gravitation constant. Gravitation constant. Okay, so we will discuss about the value of this gravitation constant, but first of all, we have to discuss about the gravity. Okay, so gravity means what? This is the acceleration produced in a freely falling body. Whenever an object is like this one, if you have just this pen, if I'm releasing this pen, the object is what? Going downwards. So basically, there must be a force which is what? Attracting towards itself. So it means there is a force, that is the gravitational pull. I just mentioned there is a gravitational pull in the there is a gravitational pull on the earth surface. So basically each and every object are attracted towards the earth. Understood? So that's why if I just falling down, the object is what? The object is falling down. So this is called the acceleration produced. If any freely falling body is moving towards under the gravitational pull, then there must be an acceleration. So that acceleration is called the gravity. So if you have seen that there is an acceleration, so just suppose there is a mass m and having an acceleration towards the gravity or under the gravitational pull, that is called g. So in that case, the force is equal to what? Mass into acceleration. So if you have the mass m of the body, acceleration is equal to g. So this is the force. Force is equal to what? Mass into gravity. This force is categorized under the weight of the body. This force is categorized under the weight of the body. Weight of the body, and that is equal to mass into gravity. So basically this is the basic difference between the gravitation and gravity, because most of the students are very much confused that what is gravity